Conor and Khabib, the week of the big fight, gets going Saturday out in Las Vegas. Conor McGregor finally coming off the shelf and going to fight. This is a big fight. I know for us, Donnie, UFC, we always try to follow some of the big fights if they're around. This is a big fight for UFC. UFC 229. What do you think here, Donnie? I mean, you excited for this? I know for you, you're boxing. You're not a big fan of, but are you interested in this fight? You look at Khabib. Connor's actually an underdog in this fight, Donnie. Plus 130. How about that?
Yeah, yeah, no, look, and you guys know I'm not a fight expert here, but when the big fights are up here, Jeff, you know me, I'm going to tune in and watch, and I'm excited for this because you have the return of one of the prominent factors in UFC. Is he still going to be on top at this point? Sometimes, Jeff, how about that? Even take like a Rocky montage here. When he was going to fight Mr. T, Clubber Lang. Rocky's high on the hill, paid, millionaire, riding off into the sunset. When you have the next guy here on the come up that wants to take what's yours. But the question I have for you, Jeff, is with Conor McGregor. Like he puts on a great showcase. When you interview him, he's always going to be in the forefront. He's always going to be talking smack, always ultra competitive. But when you look at it, Jeff, he got his money now. And we know how money changes a lot of things, but sometimes you can't take the fighter out of the fight, so to speak. Has he been away too long? Is he too mixed up in his money now? Stepping aside, fighting, Floyd Mayweather in boxing. Did he lose his edge? That's the question I have for you here.
Well, that's a good question. I mean, I don't know if he did. I mean, he seems like a hungry guy, but he has had a lot of things off the felt. Not the felt, the ring. The kind of drown money and all that kind of stuff. He's a father now. But you look at these odds, Donnie. This is the telling story here. Khabib Nurmagomedov is a favorite. I mean, Connor's an underdog. To me, that's a sucker bet. You're gonna have a lot of public coming in here and saying, "Oh, Connor's an underdog. I gotta take him." Listen, it's not sexy in boxing and UFC. Take a 1.62 favorite. It's not. Just isn't. Nobody wants to not do that. No one wants to go up to the window and say, "Oh, I'm gonna bet $500 and only get 380 back." No, nobody wants that. It's not sexy. And that's what I look forward to in the business. You look for lines like this. You're not exactly bad either. I mean, you don't gotta lay, you know, 1 to 8 or 1 to 6. I mean, you're laying, 1 to 1.6. It's not bad. I'm looking at Khabib Nurmagomedov here. I think this is a nice play. I think the line's telling you something here. And I think he's a better fighter. I think a lot of people will agree. Shelby saying Khabib will ground and pound him. Again, I'm not going to try to sell you that I watch UFC a ton, but I think some of these big fights are surely interesting. Khabib is one of those maulers. He's going to come at you. I don't know. I think Conor, you look at him against Nate Diaz, in that fight and what happened there. I don't know. I think the line's telling you something here. I think a lot of punters will come in and take McGregor because he's plus money and they think he's the better fighter. But I think when it all comes down to it, I think your real fight people will tell you that Khabib is the guy. Maybe later in the week, Donnie, we'll try to do some of this on the radio show. Maybe we'll get someone on that can talk about it. Maybe Ian Cameron or somebody, and get with it a little bit later. But it's a big fight. It's exciting. Not for nothing, Donnie. This is pay per view. I'll probably buy this fight. I mean that's just when you see
Can I
cards
get it
like
on
this.
Twitch somewhere, Jeff? Can we just surf Twitch and maybe get it for free?
I'm not sure. I don't put up with that behavior, Donnie. I don't know anything about that. Um, but you have some other good fights too that night. Tony Ferguson, Anthony Pettis, OSP against Dominic Reyes. There's some decent fights, and doing shows with Gabe Morency. I mean, I've seen some of these fighters before. It's not a bad looking card. So that'll be interesting. UFC 229 this week.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.